Attention, people of Stanton.
Attention, this is a CDF call to action. Stanton has got a request of the UAE Navy.
We are the ones in charge. We are XenoThreat.
We had previously speculated that this event was going to be coming out sooner than later, but it seems it is delayed. What we saw there was the exclusive IGN release of the Stanton event, the XenoThreat event. IGN was the first one, well, IGN was the only one to officially release that video of it. Reason being, Star Citizen is saying, hey, we'll give you this video, you air it on your channel, get the views for it, and in return, most likely some positive write-ups in the future, some quid quo pro the Cyberpunk reference. We'd like to talk about that too. So the first thing to talk about is this is actually delayed. Here's the post from Zyloh. Let's read it. This was posted yesterday. Zyloh says, hi there. The Idris is definitely out the bag, obviously because we've been shooting at it. It is true that a new threat approaches the Stanton system. It'll be up to all of you to fight back this initial incursion. Initial, is he saying that there will be more than one? Possibly. I guess multiple systems eventually will have incursions too. This incursion system as a server-wide event is what I think a building block into what's going to make people basically entice people to go into the game. More about that a bit later. We go on. We know many of you have been actively discussing some of the information out there related to this new threat. All the meanwhile, we have been holding regular invasion playtests with our Evocati test groups on the PTU. I speculated this is what the new strike groups in Evocati were doing, and this is now confirmed. He goes on to say, huge shout out to all the testers who've been secretly hammering away to make this event epic. And it's true. Yeah, listen, Evocati, while it's very cool to get in there first and try everything, it is beyond frustrating when you just get hit with tons of 30Ks and servers crashing and just bugs all the time. So the really hardcore Evocati testers are doing a really, it is a job. They're basically working for free. And so Zyloh just giving them a shout out for that. To continue, through these tests, we've come to realize that 1, the event is pretty damn fun, and 2, it could use more fixes to really polish it off. Rather than release to the live servers just for the sake of doing so before the holidays, so our speculation was correct, they were trying to get up before Christmas, we'd rather take a little more time to roll this out in the beginning of the new year proper. Okay, so they've obviously run into some issues. They don't feel it's ready, and everyone's taking their Christmas breaks and vacations. They don't want the devs basically working 7-day weeks right now over the holidays. So Q1 2021. What kind of backlash and anger do you expect to see in the comment section here? Now, keep in mind, there was a time where comment section was just filled with anger and hate towards Star Citizen just because the game is a scam, the game is delayed. Well, first of all, 4,000 thumbs up, 600 down. Not bad for an IGN video on Star Citizen, but check out the comment section there. Excluding that big shill at the top, Board Gamer. Looking forward to actually having something to do with others in the game. Roll on in-game events, absolutely. And I mentioned this in my last video. This is what's going to entice people to get into the server and do things. Now, keep in mind, this is not a one-day event. This is a multi-day event where it doesn't matter if you're combat or hauling or mining, whatever it is, you're going to put your resources towards a common goal, which will then culminate in an epic final battle, and that's what the server-wide events, the XenoThreat or XenoThreat, is supposed to be. Am I pronounced that correctly? Because I believe this guy does call it a XenoThreat. 1 second.
We are the ones in charge. We are XenoThreat.
He does say XenoThreat. All right. I've been saying Xeno. Am I wrong? Is it Xeno or XenoThreat? I think because he's a British actor, and in English we say XYZ. And X in Xeno sounds like Z, so it's XenoThreat if you're British or in the colonies, and it's XenoThreat in American English. Am I American English now? I guess so. I've been saying XenoThreat. Let's go with XenoThreat. So yeah, Let's take the second comment here from Dade Foy. I guess Cyberpunk 2077 has taught us a little bit on why this game is in development. One line with so much wisdom behind it. Dade Foy, nailing it. Making a game is difficult. And now there's a lot to be critical about Star Citizen. When they said they'll be releasing it in 2015, then 2016, then 2017, and it's delayed. All right, there's reasons why, but at the same time, we can see with all the effort that went to Cyberpunk what happened. I got to make a complete separate video on Cyberpunk. If you haven't kept up with the news, basically Cyberpunk released. Now, I've had an almost flawless experience in Cyberpunk, keeping in mind I'm running a PC which runs Star Citizen. I've had very, very minimal bugs in Cyberpunk. But if you have a PS4 or I think even the PS5, I'm not sure what the state of the consoles is at all. And every console owner is having major, major problems with Cyberpunk. The argument being that Cyberpunk, the CD Projekt Red, said it would run okay, it would run well on consoles, and that not being the case. Star Citizen was made to run on PC. Star Citizen is not going to consoles, although the latest gen consoles might actually be able to run Star Citizen. We've seen no mention or talk about that, but I suspect that we'll probably, the latest generation might be able to run Star Citizen okay. But the big difference is Star Citizen made for PCs and not going to bother for consoles in the near future, which will avoid a lot of the pitfalls and problems that Cyberpunk has had. Next comment here from Straight Up Gamer. It is all up to you now, Star Citizen. Make your move. All right. From Zachary Davis. Well, Cyberpunk has bought CIG a crap ton of time because no one wants another Cyberpunk. 322 upvotes. Right? Look at this one from Moss Raw. I bought in around September during Free Flight event. So I've told you guys how the Free Flight events bring in a lot of new buyers, a lot of new traffic, a lot of new backers to the game. And here's one right now. And let's see what he says about it. He's been hooked ever since then. Not gonna lie, I've encountered hundreds to thousands of bugs, which can definitely be a headache. But since then, they've released multiple patches that have changed my experience for the better. Yeah, it's called open development. I'm confident in the direction development's going because each patch reassures me that there's actual developing going on with this project LOL. I'm getting a healthy balance of Star Citizen multiplayer and Cyberpunk single player going for me right now. Both games can be beautiful and buggy in their own ways, but this is what Free Flight events do. They're bringing people, and people are realizing what is actually happening, and they love it, as you can see by the massive amount of funding that goes into the games. Nick says, you know what? As a long-time Star Citizen backer and supporter coming to the comment section to see a lot of the hate, I'm pleasantly surprised by the reception. That's exactly what I've been saying. They're making the game, yes, and it's taking a lot more time, but they are making it. This goes on and on and on, and I've told you this years ago. I said there will come a time where the general sentiment will shift, and you'll see people stopping from saying it's a scam to, okay, it's not a scam, it's horribly delayed, to, you know what? Take your time. And we are there. We're at the point now where they're saying, hey, you know what? This game's happening. We can see the footage. We are playing the game. I joined from your Free Flight event and I'm in there and it's working. 53 upvotes versus to 150 downvotes what it used to be. So definitely a nice shift in sentiment there. One guy saying, take a look at the Idris. So this is concept art that came out for the event, which they really wanted to get out for us this week, but I guess they don't want to have another Cyberpunk painful event going on. And, you know, as much as they polish it up, look, there'll still be issues, but that's just Star Citizen. Notice INS Jericho there in the background. Now, if you don't know what that is, this is a new space station in the game, the Stanton system. Located near Microtech's Lagrange Point, it is a naval base acting as a forward outpost for quick deployment of UEE Navy forces within the Stanton system. If you want to go find this, here are the coordinates. Well, there's no real coordinate system in the game right now, so what you're going to do is basically triangulate from any of these three, or quadrangulate, is that a word? Between these guys, and you will find yourself there. It is very cool. It's big. You may want to explore it a bit. Lots of fun to fly around. And I guess the event will most likely end up around there, or the battles will take place around the station. I'm not sure if that's just what the artwork is implying, but definitely there's the Idris firing its big size 9, or is that size 10? Some Eclipses firing torpedoes at it. This image must be a lot of fun to make. There's a lot happening in there, and obviously the Jav taking some damage. Well, okay, guys, let's wrap it up with that. Give me your thoughts on the Xeno event. Is it pronounced Xeno or Xeno? This is the question where it must be answered. Give me your thumbs up if you enjoyed my content. Subscribe, your comments below are appreciated. Catch you in the next one.